Hi there. So let's wrap up with our production budget for 2022. First of all, we need to get our sales quantity, and then we can add our closing inventory. We less our opening inventory, and that gives us our production units. Okay. So how do we get our sales quantity? We say that the question says that sales quantity for pens is quantity for pens. That's in the second sentence is 3,000, and then we have for marker, sales quantity for marker as well. That is 4,000. That's also in the second sentence as well. Okay, so what do we do now? We now add our closing inventory. Now I think fourth sentence says that the company plans to have at least 20% of its sales for 2021 as closing inventory. Okay, so what we can see from the second, in order to get our sales for 2021, we have to look at the third sentence. That's as due to the prudent management, the company was able to sell 5,000 units of marker and 2,000 units of pens in 2021. So what you should not forget is that we are preparing the budget ahead of time. Okay, and ahead of time, yes, and because it's ahead of time, we anticipate that we would need to have 20% of sales for this year, I mean 2021, as closing inventory for 2022. Okay, now that closing inventory we are saying is 20% of sales for 2021. So we read from the third sentence that due to the prudent management, the company was able to sell 5,000 units of marker. Okay, so 5,000 units of marker should give us an indication that in order to get closing inventory of marker, right, for 2022, it's going to be 20% of 5,000, right? So 20% of 5,000, what is that supposed to give us? 20% of 5,000 gives us that's for pence, right? So 20% of 5,000 gives us 1,000. Is that okay? That's supposed to give us 1,000. Yes. So we have 1,000 here. Okay, as our closing inventory. Let me zoom this a bit. We have 1,000 here. And then in order to get closing inventory for pens for 2022, we again say that it's 20% of sales of pens for 2021. And from the third sentence, we can see that sales for pens in the year 2021 is 2,000 units. So 20% of 2,000 units again gives us 400. Okay, so this gives us 400. We're going to have 400 here. So that's how we work out that part. Okay, so this is a bit of a challenge. The closing inventory wasn't given directly. Okay, now let's look at the opening inventory as well. For the opening inventory, we have to do a bit of some calculation before we get the opening inventory. Realize that after we made the sales, that's from the third sentence, due to the prudence management, blah blah blah. It says that out of its production of 7,000 units of marker and 2,500 units of pens in the year 2021. So our opening inventory, our closing inventory in the year 2021 is going to be our opening inventory in the year 2022. Is that okay? Right. So realize that if we produce 7,000 units of marker, as you can see in the third sentence, if we produce 3,000 units of marker, 7,000 units of marker, But then out of this, we sold 5,000. What that means is that we had 2,000 units of inventory as close as we had 2,000 units of closing inventory for the year 2021. So that should be carried forward, right? So again, I'm saying that in order to get the opening inventory for 2022, that's essentially the closing inventory for 2021. How do we get that? We take the production of 7,000 units and then we subtract the sale of 5,000. That leaves us with 2,000, okay, for marker. So we have, oh, okay, a bit of an issue there. Okay, so yes, sorry. So we have 2,000 units here. I think I have a bit of a challenge here. Let me see what's wrong. I'm supposed to be on my second page. Wow. Yes, I'm back on track. Sorry about that. Things messed up a bit. Okay. Okay. Yeah, so what we have here is supposed to be so we said we less our opening inventory, like I was saying. So opening inventory here has to, for marker, is 2,000 units. 2,000. How do we get the, so we less this, all right? How do we get the opening inventory for pens? For that again, we say that we take the sales of, the production of 2,500 as given in the question for 2021, and then we less our sales of 2,000. That gives us 500. So we're going to have 500 here. Okay, we less this as well. So we are done with computing the production. So we total all of these. 3,000 plus 4,000, plus 400 minus 500. This gives us 2,900. Am I right? Sorry, this is supposed to give us 2,000. So this 3,000 plus 400 minus 500. This is supposed to give us 2,900. Okay, so that's right. This is supposed to give us 2,900. So 2,900. Okay, and then for the marker, we have 4,000 plus 1,000 minus 2,000. This gives us 3,000. Like I said, you may like to bring the total column to your far right. Okay, so this is what we have. So this is our production budget for the, I can close this now. Okay. Oh, I think this is not working out. Okay. It's been a bit of an issue. But then I think we should have our sales unit as 3,000 for pens. We add opening inventory of 400. We less the opening inventory. So we add closing inventory less the opening inventory. That gives us 2,000. So what we have now is our production. 2,900 and 3,000 here. Sorry about this slight hitches. I'll try to resolve that next time. Okay, so that's all for the production budget. So in the next video, we'll look at the material usage and the material what do you call it? Material purchase budgets. Right?